All right, you guys, welcome back to our channel. This is John and
Sure.
All right, and welcome back to our Relationship Wednesdays. Okay, so we explain that. Okay, we instead of saying relationship, we say relationship because we believe that it's not just one person in the relationship, but it is us that works together, and so we call it a relationship. All right, so we have these Relationship Wednesdays, okay, that we'll be talking about relationship topics, okay? All right, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and into this video where we're going to react to it is Dr. Umar Johnson, and let's see what he's talking about.
If my daughter comes to me and say, Daddy, my husband cheated on me, I'm going to say, Princess, is he a good provider? Yes. Does he take good care of you? Yes. Do you ever disrespect you, raise his hand to you? No. Outside of this cheating, is he what you need in a man? Yes, he is. Was this thing purely sexual? Was it a hit and miss? Or is he really feeling this woman? If she tells me this was a hit and miss, go have a conversation with him about his infidelity. Let him know you do not like it. I will never tell you not to leave a man because he cheated. You want to leave him because he cheated? Go ahead and do it. But I want to ask you a question. How many men you expect to find out there who are never going to go outside that marriage at least occasionally to experience another woman? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it's not realistic to leave a good man for an oops.
Okay. All right, Dr. Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all gonna go find in the comment section.
All right, let me
All right.
I'll go first.
Go ahead, cause yeah.
I'll go first. He's okay. He was saying that he would never tell his daughter to leave a man who cheated if he is a good provider. He did all the list of criteria, all the things, as a good husband should, and he had a oops moment. My thoughts on that, or the topic is would you leave a man who have cheated? And I would say that if you and your husband have been together for a long time, and he might have had an oops moment. And what I'm saying is that no one is perfect by the scratch. And you have talked to him and he's apologized for it. This is something that he said that, it's not gonna happen again. Then if y'all decided to be together, then be together. And I know a lot of women probably would disagree with it. That I know a lot of women would say, well, once a person cheats, is once a cheater, always a cheater. No, not the case in all cases.
Because we know some great relationships now that the guy did step out, and now they are doing well,
right?
And so it's like the last time we were talking about in the last video about the decisions and stuff.
Right.
It's a decision that has to be made, from there. Now,
a decision between two people, and especially,
I didn't want my wife to have to deal with that, and so I haven't stepped outside of our marriage or anything, and that's because it was a decision, and it's just too much. It's just too much
it's too much to
it's too much to try to do, like to take on two people
and bring in that
at the same time, without the other knowing, like that. It's hard work, and I'm trying to do what I'm doing, like right now, as far as being focused, being provider, and making sure that I'm leading the house well and stuff like that.
And casting or just giving the vision for the house. And I mean that goes for the woman as well. You know, and then too, now time is so short. We ain't got time. you know, just don't have time, but to answer the question, to leave a man who cheated, I'm in agreement. I am in agreement with Dr. Johnson. I believe that if either party step out or whatever, that one time, there's a difference between one time and over and over and over. It's a difference. So, but that one time and y'all discuss it, it's not going to happen. And y'all good. Y'all in a good spot. You have already had that the counseling, the marriage counseling, because you gotta go. It needs to be some, and after that, everything is good. I believe that, of course you should stick together, be together, especially if you have kids in the home. We already as a people, we already, a lot of people come from broken homes, and, I couldn't even imagine, I wouldn't want to put my children through that. Now, like I said, it's different between one time and multiple times. You just won't stop. It's just different. So, but if a man, or a woman, y'all have decided to stick together, be together through whatever, what I'm saying, and you can overcome that hump in life, then hey, be together. Be together, and it shouldn't be no judgment from no one else. Of course, people are gonna talk or do whatever, but at the end of the day, both of y'all ought to be like Bonnie and Clyde and just ride on and just do what you need to do.
Yeah, because what he was saying was, outside of this cheating that happened, is he all those other things that you find that are great in a husband, father, a man, a partner, someone to be with, is that? And basically he was saying, if she said yes, answered yes to all those, he was saying that based off of that one thing, and if it's just like what my wife was saying, a one-time thing or fling or something like that, because here's the thing, men are typically different in their emotions and their mindset than women when it comes to cheating and stuff. Now, like I said, I haven't stepped out, and my wife hasn't stepped out or anything. We haven't had any issues with infidelity amongst both of us, because we've decided not to do that. Okay, and so with that being said, but we both know kind of in our mind, like we can imagine probably, what it would be like to even think like that. Absolutely. If you're thinking like that, because marriages are not perfect, and when you are in certain situations, things can cross your mind and stuff like that.
That's true.
And so when that happens, you have to be able to tame your mind and have God's spirit to help you do it. Okay. So, but anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. The men in their mindset, it may not even be attached to that woman at all. No type of feelings or anything. It's just like, and not to excuse, it's just like his behavior, but not doing that. Right, but it's already, as a black man, yes, it's already, it's already hard, so just, yes, it's like more of a like what I was saying, a scratching of an itch. For some. Okay, some may disagree with me. However, some may disagree with me, but sometimes it'll probably be like just a scratching of an itch. Some may be attached. That's why Dr. Umar asked the question, is he like really like in love with this person, or really love this person, or attached to this person? Because that'll be a whole different story than just being a one-off. Okay? And that's what I'm talking about. When I say just to scratch the itch, it's just a one-off thing, not even, concerned about who that is and stuff like that. That's kind of crazy too, especially if you don't even know the person and stuff like that. I wouldn't even.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so what I'm saying is the difference in the man's mindset like that, and versus now I can't say about women in their mindset, but I just believe because emotionally, as far as women, they don't react like that as far as sexually as much as a man would in some cases. Some cases, because you just can't generalize everybody. So I wouldn't say all. Right. But I would say in most cases, most women are not going to be like, I'm not just going to one off a fling with somebody that am not attached to emotionally. Some type of connection. Something happened where you connected some way and stuff like that. That's if I can say that without being mistaken, women. If I can just say that,
and correct him in the section if he is. Just go ahead and get him correct if he is.
So, look, you see me. I'm walking on eggshells. I'm walking on them. I'm trying my best. I'm walking on eggshells with it. Try my best to just be like. Because I don't want to put thoughts or any words in anybody's mouth to say it and stuff like that. So this is just this is my thoughts. So look, just my thoughts, okay? Don't try to take it in. Look, these are what we say on here in our channel. These are our thoughts and stuff like that. We could be wrong.
And it's okay. And put your thoughts in the comments, because let us know, because we could be missing something, or we probably haven't thought of a situation, or it could be. So yes,
we would love to read the comments.
We would love to read the comments. Absolutely.
And if y'all got some great,
absolutely,
some comments on it and stuff like that, that would be great, and stuff like that. So we're just, reacting to this video, talking out our thoughts and stuff like that. And so that's how I see it, as far as a man, with the man versus a woman. However, cheating is not just excusable.
Exactly.
On any level, for any reason, it is not just excusable. Just let's overlook this and
I would rather.
I don't even like him calling it an oops.
Right. You know what?
I don't even really call it an oops. Just hey. You really messed up. Don't do that.
I would rather, if you don't mind, me interjecting in here. Before, even when it comes to like when it comes to a marriage, even before even gets that far, when we talk about communication, that it should be a safe place amongst both of you all, or where you can talk things out, or we should be able to come to each other like, hey babe, this is what I'm feeling, this is how I feel, or what I'm saying, even before it even get that far. Or if you feel like you can't, both of you or either one of you all can't talk to each other, that's where that mentor or that counseling, okay babe, look, we need to talk, we need to sit on somebody's couch, or go to that extent even before it even gets that way. Or, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, because like I said, life be life and out here, and social media don't make it easy. Yeah. So you need to, what I'm saying, before that communication, and know that when that person come to you, okay, let me pipe down, let me shut up, and let me just listen. Either, just.
You cannot be afraid to hear it.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid to hear how they really feel. And if if they really feel that way, you just can't brush it off. You got to be like,
right.
you know, and that's where good counsel comes in. You know, going to getting, you know, counsel from those a therapist or those that even a good pastor with godly wisdom as well, you know,
right.
and his wife, you know,
yes.
and you know what they're doing and stuff like that. You don't get relationship advice from people who are not in relationships.
Oh, they gonna come for you for that.
It's just like, it's like, here's the thing. We stay away from parenting tips because right now we don't have children.
Yeah, try to stay far away from that as possible.
Because we were teachers, we have taught, you know, children, and we spent a lot of time, you know, with children and stuff like that. So we've got a bit of experience dealing with children and stuff like that, but not on the level
of
as a parenting.
Exactly.
So we scale back. We scale back on the parenting, like you should be like this because, you know, that's a whole nother experience and a whole nother lane for those who are parenting and stuff like that. Can we as a teacher step in and say, you know, we saw these things with a child with a parent to give certain type of recommendations according to, you know, an adult figure, you know, with the student and how their education and or how their personal life can be affected with the education and how all that comes together and stuff like that. We can talk on those terms and that level and stuff like that.
Right.
But as far as like telling parents what to do and stuff like that, that's why right now we're not saying, you know, parenting tips 101. No. We're not doing that. So basically what I'm saying is if somebody's not going through an actual relationship, doing like walking this out and know this stuff too, you know, I would look at a therapist differently, but at the same time, even if you can find a therapist that is in a healthy relationship too, would be best. True, you know, because they are not just talking from
one-sided.
They're not just talking from educational, or just learning it book, from college or stuff like that. But they're talking also from, you know, that level and the medical field, but also from the psychological field, but then also from experience as well and what works, you know, in their relationship too. So I would put, you know, people who's not doing it, you know, temper that. Yes. I'm not saying you can't listen to them. So let me back up and let me say, I'm not going to say don't listen to nobody that's not in a relationship, because sometimes they have some good things to say, you know, but temper that. Don't go too far with it. Yeah. You know, the next level would be a therapist that's not, you know, in some type of in a relationship, like on that level as well, or maybe never have and stuff like that. The therapist, that's fine too. If they're good at what they do. And so any help, you know, that is good, even if they're not in a relationship, will be great as well. So I'm not saying don't go to a therapist that don't, you know, but if that therapist, this is the top tier, if that therapist is great, they're good, and they're also in a relationship as well and helping you with your relationship, that's top tier right there, you know, as far as, you know, with that. But as far as somebody that's single and you married, both parties, men, don't be sitting up there listening to you. If you got homeboys, first of all, I'm gonna say this, most of the friends that I know and that I have are married. Yeah, they're married. I don't even hang out with single guys or anything and stuff like that. Most of the guys that, you know, that hang with, married.
Yeah, because I mean, in all things, I mean, just in your life perspective, you want to make sure you tailor it to things that you have. It have to be a common factor there. You know, it have to be a common factor. Not to say that you cannot mentor. Now, mentoring different, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you have a young couple that's thinking about getting married, but that's fine. But, you know, in all things, you know, you want to scale your circle with people that you have in common, or, you know, or you are inspiring to be like, or, you know, in that area, in that aspect. Mm-hmm. And it just makes life easy. It like makes life better holistically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we can't. I'm just saying, because we can't. We can't be like in full relationship. You know, like friendship, relationship, all those, if we don't have anything in common.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of people.
What are we gonna talk about?
And that's true, because I know a lot of people. You know, they gonna, you know, and they disagree, and that's fine. But, you know, you got to make sure that the people that you're hanging with or in your circle, you got to have things in common. You know what I'm saying? That's just like people, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that you can't, that's like, it doesn't matter. Ministry, you got to have things in common. Friendship, things in common. You know. I
mean, even think about, and just not, don't, you know, cut you off.
Go ahead.
But wealthy people hang with wealthy people.
That is true. That is so true.
And not saying that they don't have any people that they're not willing to share with, but their circle.
Yeah.
That inner circle.
Yeah.
Wealthy people are with wealthy people. And think about it. The middle class people are with middle class people.
That's true.
Poor people are with poor people.
That's true.
It's just...
That's true.
It's
that
everybody
true.
Together. We try to make this little utopia in our mind,
and it's not.
As far as it's just no.
It's not.
It's you. You are going to be influenced by your inner circle, your circle.
Absolutely.
And so you don't see homeless people hanging with billionaires, or vice versa, billionaires. Like saying, okay, this homeless person and my friend, we gonna hang out. Something's gonna happen.
One is gonna either affect the other, and I guarantee
if that happens.
And if that happens, one is gonna affect the other, and I guarantee you, it'll be more. In that situation, it'll affect the homeless person more, because guess what? That homeless person will not be homeless for long. Exactly. So that's even like with the, you know, like I said, a broke person being with your millionaire friends. Oh, trust me, you won't be broke for long. And if you do, something is wrong with you.
Yeah, we had Pastor.
Yeah.
Baker speak on that. Yes. You know, and so that's called the crossing. Yes. You know, of it, and that's the changing. You know, if you like, that's a good change right there.
It is.
Where you'll say, okay, and if you want to become better, your circle has to become better. Yeah. And so now you have to find another circle, because you know only what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. And that's the thing about it is, we can't get caught up in our own knowledge, and then our friends' knowledge, who knows just as much as we know, or maybe even less than what we know.
Yeah.
And because we just don't know what we don't know. And then once we get around, we change our circle, and it becomes better than that circle that is better than us. And I challenge you to find a circle of people that are doing better than you. Why? Because you want to be better.
Absolutely.
And so when that circle is going to challenge you.
Absolutely. And it should. There's nothing wrong with challenge.
They're gonna really challenge you, maybe without even saying anything. They may not even say anything at all. This is something, you know, like our pastors were speaking about Sunday, you know, about the circle, you know, that they will, if you may be just there, it's like if sometimes you may go to some place and you're just dressing casually, and if everybody is in a suit and they're formal, and you're just casual, jeans, you're gonna feel odd. They said nothing to you.
Nothing at all.
No words came out of their mouth. Matter of fact, they may have came over there and spoke to you and laughed and talked with you and everything. You just feel out of place because of that. And that's just the way they even just carry themselves starts to challenge you to step it up.
Yeah.
And so you want that type of circle to be around to help you to step up wherever you are, because we should all be trying to level up, getting better, in our relationships in life, finances, everything. We should be trying to level up and get better. So, just not to float too much, off topic, but basically what we're saying is don't let anybody dictate your decision. That if something has happened bad in your relationship, like cheating and infidelity, and if you guys have decided to come back together,
it's okay,
and reconcile it, which I believe wholeheartedly will take some work, because some trust has been broken there.
That's right.
And so it's going to take some time to mend. So the other person who has broken the trust shouldn't be like, well, like, let's just say if I did it, and I was in infidelity and stuff like that, and I was like, well, you need to, I thought we was over that and stuff like that.
Like, no, sir,
and it just happened last month.
You have to work at it. You're going to have to
I thought we was over that. We
build that trust. Come on, let's.
You should be over that by now. I thought we was done with that. No, you messed up, brother. You messed up.
You're going to have to work.
You got to deal with those consequences if you want to stay there and have a peaceful home, because you already broke the peace in it. And so, vice versa, with the woman, she shouldn't be like, why you keep bringing up old stuff?
You're going to have to hear it for a while. You're going to have to hear it for a while. And if you don't want to hear it for a while, then that's going to be an issue and a problem then. But you're going to have to work that. You're going to have to work that. You're going to have to lay that foundation. Y'all going to have to break that foundation down and rebuild it. And
that's good right there.
Going to take some work. And it's going to be more work, because it takes more work to break a foundation, a concrete foundation.
Well, it takes a lot of work to even it takes a work to even just build it. In the first place. So but to break it up,
and then,
because think about it, I like what you're saying. Just to expound on it, concrete usually is the foundation for like houses and stuff like that, and so it takes a while for concrete to cure, and it's the longest process in building a house. Now, if something goes wrong with the plumbing under the concrete, you got to break through that concrete, and it takes heavy machinery and tools and stuff to really get through that concrete just to even get to the pipes, and it costs a lot more money than a house on a raised foundation to do that. And so it takes a lot more work to get through it, fix the issue, rebuild, and then it's going to take time for it to cure. So same thing in the relationship. Give it some time to cure.
And then not only that, in cement work, don't they have to tell it what to break? The lines. What is that called when they put the lines in that concrete or whatever? But they tell it so it won't break.
I forgot them lines. I know what you're talking about, but those are where the break lines are, because concrete is gonna naturally crack. But if you tell it where to crack, those lines that you see in concrete, small lines, they can be small lines, or sometimes they'll be a thick line, But if you tell them where to break, then it lessens the chance of that concrete breaking so easily within a certain amount of time. Now, eventually, concrete kind of just breaks anyway. So you have to come back to it and cure it. Well, come back to it, check on it, fix those spots and stuff like that. I like that. I just said that. Well, that's hot off the press right there. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that as I was talking? It came to me. What? It came. Yes. So check. The foundation is going to experience some cracks. So you got to go back. And check the foundation sometimes.
Jesus.
To fix it, and take it for whatever you're gonna take it for and everything. Y'all. Am I preaching in here now? Am I preaching?
You about to we gonna get you an offering?
Huh? Come on, with a basket. With a basket. Come on, basket. All right. But anyway, but yes, your concrete, you have to go back and check it. And your foundation, you have to check it. So that's what you're going to have to do even in your relationship as well. Check it. Make sure you got to go back and check on it.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes it may have some cracks in it. And sometimes you may not notice the cracks until you check the foundation.
That's so
you got to
true.
go back and check it. So
that's so true. And even with the years, even though, you know, it might not be fidelity or whatever, you know, but even with infidelity, thank you.
That's fidelity is a brokerage.
Yeah, brokerage. Okay. But even over the course of time, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you still, it might, you know, like I said, nothing probably major, but you still got to go back and check that foundation. Because as, you know, as you begin to get older, you know, you got to go back and mend those things, because you got a lot of things going on. The children are getting up, you have graduated out the house, so you still got to go back. You still got to go back and mend that relationship, your marriage or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As you get, especially when you get 60, 70, you're getting a little older, both of y'all getting a little older, you still got to go back and mend that relationship. So that's good. That's good, Sam's. Good.
All right. Well, what do you guys think? Let us know. Should she just leave if on the first time, that if like what he said, a good man, if he's really a good man, and or let's just say, let's flip it to the woman, if she's a good woman, but I wouldn't call it a oops. Now you messed up.
Right.
And so that's what we'll say. If they messed up, are you able to repair that? Can you do that? We'd love to hear your comments on it. Let us know what your thoughts are, what you think about it, and everything. Should he or she just get up and say, we done? That's it. You got one time, and that's it. Over and done with. Hey, let us know. Let us know your thoughts and everything. All right, you guys, make sure you like, share the video as well.
Yes.
If you love this content. All right, you guys, and make sure that you hit the notification bell so you can get every video that we send out. You won't miss a thing. This is John and
Sure.
and we'll see you guys in the next video.